Howdy doody, everybody. This is NIBScast episode 47.
47. We're old.
Yeah. It's almost a year. What is it? 5 more weeks?
Yeah. Something like that, yeah.
5 more podcasts, and we've been doing this for a year. I am Nicky XIII, hosting in place of Aaron again, because he is doing Valentine's Day. You know, that thing. Whatever.
Valentine's Day. With your heart-shaped pizza from Pizza Hut.
Yeah! I saw that you shared that. That voice, obviously, is Matt Slade.
Yeah. And then,
You gonna say hi?
Hello, everyone.
And Dylan is also here.
Yeah.
You might have seen me doing some Nibs streams.
Yeah, Matt's been streaming a lot.
Yeah. For some reason, pizza places took it upon themselves to be like, we're Valentine's Day.
Like, I think Jess and I
ones.
ordered one last year, and, like, they cut it weirdly. Like, most of it is cut fine, but then there's, like, the two, like, top pieces are just, like...
The butt of the heart?
The butt of the heart, yeah. It's just, like, 2 giant pieces. It ends up being...
Well, that happens. So, you guys, as we discussed earlier, did not listen to last week's podcast. This is not the same as Aaron's podcast. I mean, it is, but I don't do that. So if you guys have any news that you want to talk about, anything news-wise that you got?
The Division beta is fucking awesome.
It was great.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. I'm still not sure if I'm sold on the idea of it, because it seems like it's just another kind of loot grindy MMO, and I'm not the biggest fan of those. Like they're fine, I don't necessarily dislike them. Like I play them, but I don't know if I'm sold on buying it at launch.
Like how you get your abilities is pretty cool, because you have to upgrade your base.
Okay.
And like you do missions for the specialist of that like thing. He's like, oh, go grab this for me out in the wasteland, and then you now have access to that trait.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So like in the closed beta, you only had access to like the field hospital. So like Madison Square Gardens got turned into a giant field hospital.
Hell yeah.
And the Raiders took it over and were like making the doctors fix them instead of everyone else. So you had to go in, kill the Raiders, and save the doctor lady.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah.
I'd definitely be interested in checking it out. Like, when it comes out and people have it, I'll play it a bit. If I like it, I'll get it.
And I guess open beta, they're adding one more story mission. So.
Yeah.
I heard that the story in the beta was really, really low, which makes sense. I mean, you don't want to put all the story out there.
Like I think I had posted when everybody was kind of looking at it. Like,
yeah, I think you did.
There's about 3 hours of content that was in the closed beta,
and
then PvP.
Depending on how many like side missions you do, it could be like an hour.
That's with all.
That's with all.
Yeah, it took me 3 hours to do everything.
Dark Zone is scary.
I didn't think it was scary. Like I went in, didn't look at anything, so I was just kind of like figuring it out as I was going. So basically, like Dark Zone gets the best loot drops, but
I know that if you're killed,
anything you pick up in the Dark Zone is contaminated. So you have to go start a world event that calls in a helicopter to extract any loot you get.
Okay.
But it takes like a minute and a half to show up, and it shows as a waypoint for everybody on the map.
Okay. So then
like,
everybody knows where you're going.
People are there turning in stuff.
Right.
So you got to wait for the helicopter, then you put everything in, and it extracts it to like your safe box in the normal game. But basically, when you're playing Dark Zone, everybody is basically a neutral agent. You're a neutral agent until you kill people.
Okay.
Once you
kill
people,
bounty.
you go rogue and you show up as an enemy to everybody, so they get bonuses for killing you instead of like
going rogue
you're just
themselves.
rogue.
Yeah.
So like I was playing and ended up getting to a spot where people were calling in like an extraction, and there was a bunch of people hanging out there, and then like one rogue dude came running in. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna like try and take him out, and threw a grenade at him, and somebody else ran in and I killed him. So I was rogue. It was like, oh god, and ended up killing like a dude or two, and like taking their stuff and then running and hiding in like the basement of this building.
Right.
Because you're marked rogue for like a minute and a half.
Oh, okay.
And then it like gets reset if you do anything towards other players.
Okay.
But like, so I was hiding in a basement, like watching people on the mini map running around trying to find me. Like, this is sad.
All right, well, that sounds kind of cool.
Yeah, no, it was super fun.
I like PvP that has, like, a purpose.
Yeah.
And, like, I know you mentioned, like, you don't like, a while back, that you don't like bosses that are just bullet sinks and being
Yeah.
unrealistic.
Well, it's not even so much that they're bullet sinks, but like bosses that are just a dude who is a bullet sink. Like if you're just a dude, you can take so many shots to the face.
Like in at least the named people I found, because there's normal guys, and then if they're named, they're stronger.
Yeah, there's like special.
Like I took
enemies.
down a named person like 3 hits because I shot him in the face. So headshots do super damage to people, and then everything else was like they're wearing armor under their clothes.
Yeah,
okay.
Because like, with your division agent, you can see like your bulletproof vest under your coat and stuff.
And like you, when you're looking at people, it's kind of similar to like Destiny and other games where like they're armored, they have a second health bar over top, which is way harder to get through. But then as soon as you break it, they die in like a couple shots.
They become flesh.
Because like how armor works is like you have 3 skill classes. You're like your medic skill, your technical, and like your security, and depending on what armor you wear, points go into those.
Yeah, so basically just like your straight health, and then your primary weapons damage, and then you have like the abilities that you unlock. Most of them are like tech things. So it's like you'll get health kits, or you'll get like a scanner, or one of them was like a grenade it's like a sticky grenade that you shoot at a target instead of throwing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then like security is you like pop up a shield and pull out your pistol.
Yeah. So they're all like different technical aspects, but I don't know, it's pretty cool. And from what it seemed like, at least right now, level is just what level of gear you can use. It doesn't really have any effect on your stats, or if it does, it's kind of small. It's just, hey, when you're level 8, now you can use all these weapons.
All these weapons stuff, yeah.
That kind of makes sense to me, because especially in a game that is heavily firearm based, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to have stats
and like
that matter. You know what I mean?
You have your armor and like your gloves and all that, but then you can wear like. What's funny is like your backpack can hold like 1 million cosmetic clothing, but like only a certain amount of like armored clothing.
Yeah.
So like I had like 10 winter coats I could switch between.
Nice.
And, like different hats.
It's great.
Because like when you're clearing apartments in like the single player modes and stuff, like a thing will pop up like, do you want to check this like closet? And you'll find like a coat or a hat.
Okay.
Yeah. And then like when you're running around, like you'll find random items of like water or like canned food or whatever, and then like your med kits that you can actually use. But as you're walking, like every once in a while you'll scan like random civilians. It'll be like, oh, a civilian in need or whatever, and
like give them a piece of food or give them water
or whatever, and then they'll drop another cosmetic item for you.
Okay.
And like you'll get some points, like because like your medical points, tech points, and security points you spend at your HQ to upgrade it to unlock those next skills too.
Okay. All right, I can dig that.
And like I love the augmented reality of the map and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Because like your watch, you just like press it and like shoots up a map of the city, but you're still in real time.
Oh yeah, I like when games have your menu systems not actually freeze anything, especially because that makes sense in an MMO.
The Echo device. Is really sweet too, because there's different things that you'll see where it's like an Echo signature hanging out. And you go and investigate it, and like your whatever like equipment you have, your VR suit reads the signature, and then it's like starts playing like the audio file of like the corporal that was there or whoever was there, and like it'll reconstruct like what was happening.
Like little augmented reality shadows of everybody.
That's cool.
So like there was this mission where your commander, her sister is out there somewhere, and you had to follow the mystery of like you went into like 3 or 4 different echoes to like see the scene.
And
that's cool.
And it reads the signature of everybody that was there, so it's like you look at it and it'll be like so and so's name, and occupation scientist, last known location this, or like this person's a looter
or like
charged with this.
If they know that they're deceased, it'll say currently deceased, like things like that.
Currently deceased.
MIA.
We'll see. We'll see if she comes back. She might come back.
Like there was this one where soldiers were handing out food to all the civilians, and Rikers Island prison, all the prisoners broke out. So the echo was the prisoners coming up, killing all the civilians, and taking the food for themselves.
Okay. Yeah. That's cool. I like that.
Yeah. One of my favorite things from the beta though was afterwards they released like the stats of everything that happened, and they had a stat for how many car doors were closed.
Of course.
Because that's one of my favorite parts of the game, is just the detail of it, because, like, you know, you go run and you're just like, boop, 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 closing them all, and then, like...
Because that wouldn't, like, give your position away, the sound of a closing car door.
No, don't worry about it. Yeah. But, like, you get on top of cars, and, like, you'll close the trunk and the hood, too. And,
hell yeah.
I like it. I do like it is very nice being a cover-based shooter.
Yeah.
And the AI does take cover.
Yeah,
that's good.
And they'll, like... suppressing fire, and someone will run around you. Like, especially not as much in the regular campaign, but like in the Dark Zone, they have Dark Zone AI that are way tougher, and like all of them have armor and all of them or whatever. So like I was running around in the Dark Zone trying to find something, and found like the library that was taken over by like 10
Josh.
Basically, yeah.
Josh.
There was like 10 of these like super powerful just raiders hanging out there. And every time I got close, they'd be like, oh, and like one of them would come sprinting around the map while the rest of them were all suppressing fire. And it's like...
Yeah, and like, I liked the mission when you take over your HQ, and like, there's like military forces on the island, but they're few, and like, they're all like, hey, division agent inbound, don't shoot him.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, no, it's pretty cool.
Well, good. I'm glad to hear such a ringing endorsement of it, because like I want it to be good. I'm on your fucking... God damn it. Fucking Darth Vader. Did you guys hear that I killed Boba Fett last week?
Nice.
Yeah. It's the name of the episode. So... Is there any other news?
Phil Spencer, is that the Xbox guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wants... Because the new Quantum game for Xbox will be cross-save with PC. He wants it to be a system feature that you can do cross-buy, cross-save. He doesn't know if third-party will support it, but Microsoft...
Well, he wants that to be a feature of the Xbox One?
Of Xbox One, yeah.
Okay. And we had talked about this a little bit before the podcast. That would be Xbox One, and what platform for PC is going to go with that? It'd have to be like... God damn, what the fuck is wrong with me?
Games for Windows on Windows 10.
That's
It'll have to
fucking
be the Windows
dumb.
Store, because the Minecraft Windows 10 goes through Windows Store.
I have yet to hear anybody say anything good about the Windows Store.
It's just less optimized 360 interface.
Okay.
I don't know.
So basically what I expected it to be.
Yeah.
God damn,
Yeah.
I am terrible.
So, like, I don't know if, like, a lot of third-party people jump on it, but, like, cross-save would
Fucking
be
shock
nice.
blaster.
'Cause
Yeah.
how, like, even cross-buy, like, I don't know why, like, just give them a Steam code or something.
Right.
Yeah. But I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah.
If I was Steam, I wouldn't go for it.
Have you seen Gabe Newell's beard lately? It looks like Santa Claus.
Does he?
Like, it's
Hell
all
yeah.
white.
I'm a fan of that.
He's getting ready to announce to the world Half-Life 3.
Or
His gift to the world.
I was going to make some sort of ho 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 3, I don't know.
It's true.
There's a joke in there that I'm not clever enough to make.
The 3 H's.
He has not perfected his dad joke.
I have not perfected my dad joke. Not by far. My dad joke game is not on fleek. All right, so basically when I'm doing the podcast now, it's news that people want, and then we go straight to, what are you playing this week? We'll go to Dylan. Because I haven't talked to Dylan in forever.
Yeah, well, I try and call you on Skype, but I never know when you're actually on.
Yeah, you called me while I was still at work.
Too.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Because then it's like, I always look at it, it's like, missed call from Nick, 1 a.m., and I'm like, oh, I was asleep.
Yeah.
But no, I've been playing XCOM 2.
Oh, fuck you.
How's that?
It's so good.
I don't have the money, and I'm
so
not sure
good.
that my computer could run it anyway.
So good.
I mean, I'm sure it could run it, but it probably wouldn't look any
Speaking
sort
of
of good.
computers being able to run it, my computer can barely run The Division. Like,
I just pre-ordered it for PlayStation.
like
Yeah.
I had it on like very low graphics, and everything looked fine and pretty, and I could like run around fine. I didn't have any graphical lags unless I was looking through a scope. I was like, really?
What?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
weird.
So you did find a scope that you could actually
Yeah,
use.
I had a Scar H with a scope on it. So like I looked it up, and like my FPS just dropped to shit when I would scope things. Anything else I could like rapid fire guns, nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just got gangbanged by Palpatine and Boba Fett.
Should have used your trooper killer.
Yeah, I don't play Leia. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
She's actually really good, but
I'm sure she is, but I don't play her.
But yeah, that was another thing about the Division. The only things that I didn't like were, even though it is a cover-based shooter, you can't manually crouch, which kind of sucks.
Yeah, that's weird.
And because it's third person, your zooming, like your whatever, zoom in, is just like making your reticule smaller, and it like zooms a little bit. Unless you get
unless you have
like a sniper,
you can get like an ACOG scope or whatever, like 4 times, 8 times zooms.
Right.
Those will actually go into a scope sight.
Right, but like your normal iron sights, just
or even like
it's like a red dot. Like that.
Yeah, even like a red dot or whatever will.
Yeah.
It'll zoom it in a little bit more than like normal.
I would like to say that I got killed by Palpatine for that reference.
They hadn't really explained what it does yet. Like the silencers are like 2% threat reduction.
I think that is just AI noticing you, and like it's more for if you're playing with other people.
Yeah.
That only works that only works on vehicles.
Then why the fuck would it be in this mode? What vehicles are in this mode?
You can use it on the turrets.
That's fucking dumb. First off, a turret isn't a goddamn vehicle.
I think so. Wait, was that the Ion or?
It's whatever R1 is for the Imperial Guard.
If it's the Ion cannon, those are only on vehicles.
I don't think it was the Ion cannon.
Oh,
I've used it before.
Guard,
I don't know.
It's the homing round, but I don't think you can target heroes with it.
No,
That's
you can target
fucking
Well, maybe you can't target Palpatine, because I know you can target Boba Fett with them.
Dumb.
But
we won that round. It was all thanks to me.
There you go.
And my awesome 110 score.
XCOM is fantastic.
I'm sure it is.
But
I would like to play it.
I was telling Kyle that it's like, I feel like you're the villain, even though like the aliens are still kind of shitty, but like people live in like relative peace with them, and like they've got like these genetic centers set up all over the place. They're like, curing diseases and extending people's lives. Like, yeah, they're still doing whatever ulterior things, but like for the most part, people are fine. But you're just like, nah, fuck the aliens. We got to take the Earth back, blow everything up. Don't worry about it. So it's just kind of weird with that.
I really couldn't fucking kill. I'm terrible. I'm goddamn awful. Fuck it. I'm a bodyguard now.
But yeah, no, it's the customization in it is pretty good though too. Where like once
it started lagging there for a second.
Yeah, like once people once people hit Sergeant, you get more customization with them.
I was gonna say, we talked about the customization a little bit last week with Jordan.
Yeah, but it is just as bad as the last one, where you get your Sergeant.
Pick what specialty they go to. It just like recruit.
You can.
Oh, now I have like 5 snipers.
No, you can.
Okay.
They not when they level up, but there's the shit, now I can't remember what it's called, but it's like whatever, like combat operations building where you can like upgrade for like your squad size and everything.
Got Palpatine.
With that, any new recruits, you can have them trained to be a squaddy in whatever class.
Oh, well, that's cool. So, like, when you recruit them, you can say, recruit me this.
Well, no. You can still recruit them as a rookie, but then you just put them in training, and it's like 5 days or whatever, and then they become whatever class you want.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's not as great, but it's still enough.
Right.
The only thing that I didn't like between this and the last game was you can't do like the random damage numbers anymore.
Right.
Well, because it's already built in, but you can't get like the more varied stats and the random traits.
Okay. I don't remember what those were.
They were like
what they were
options,
called, but I know what you're talking about. Because I played with all of them on.
Yeah. Which I mean, they do have another. It's like the advanced war systems or something, which lets you, when people level up, I think they can choose one stat from another tree. But I think they just get like the base tree, like the base class's ability for the other one. So I mean, you can kind of do it, but you can't just get random stuff.
Okay.
But no, it is like the same as the last one, where you get your like one sergeant that just wrecks everything, and then when they die, you're just left
devastated. Yeah.
You're just like I can't do anything anymore.
What is life?
Well, it's like when I was playing the first one. Like, I have a sniper rifle, and I cannot hit them from, like, 3 squares away, but they'll be across the map and, like, headshot me behind cover, and, like, my veteran will be killed, and I'm like, really?
When you play on,
Really?
like, the legendary difficulty or whatever, it gets ridiculous. Because, like,
I don't want to play on that difficulty.
Like, the first mission, like, if you're playing in, like, normal or, like, the... I don't remember what each one's called, but it's, like, you know, easy, medium, hard, expert, whatever.
Right.
If you're playing on medium, like, the first mission, there will be, like, 3 or 4 normal troopers and, like, 1 captain.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're playing on the, like, expert, there's, like, 10 troopers and 2 or 3 captains and a sectoid, which they made sectoids not like 3 health little just pieces of shit.
They're not little bitches.
They're upgraded to be like super psionic casters.
So they're like the second version of them from later in the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like they have like 7 health. They
what the fuck, you Darth Vader? God damn! I just spawned.
Cast, reanimate dead and make psi zombies. They can make people panic, and they can mind control people.
That awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Right from the get-go.
Yeah. So like if you play an expert, you're just fucked. But
Cooch. I got killed by Cooch 9.
Well, get good.
That's not gonna happen. Have you met me?
But yeah, I don't know. It's pretty fun. The story's still kind of the same as before.
Right, except now you're basically insurgents.
Yeah, but snipers are the most broken.
Like broken as in they suck, or
no,
like game
good.
breaking?
Like game breaking, because they start with the long watch or the oversight ability, whatever, squad sight.
Oh yeah. Jordan told me about that.
They start with that ability now.
Yeah.
Their first,
and you can also get like squad overwatch.
Yeah.
Where like if one moves within anybody's field of vision, you can shoot them.
Yeah.
From no matter where you are.
The alternative to that is reaction shot, which is once per round when somebody shoots at them, they just return fire with their pistol.
Right. He was saying that like the 2 trees for the sniper are basically like a sharpshooter and a crack shot.
Yeah. Which the pistols are stupid.
like
Because
stupid overpowered or just
like stupid overpowered, because like I mean the base pistol does like 2 to 3 damage, but then like once you unlock magnetic weapons, you get like the rail pistol that's like 5 damage. But you can basically get your since they don't have a reload, you can, once they turn into like a captain or whatever, you can have it where they can basically shoot 3 shots per round. Like every 3rd round or whatever, but they always shoot 2 per round, because you get it where the first pistol shot doesn't end your turn, and then you get one where it's like lightning hands, where you just get a free pistol shot every round, or like every 3rd round or whatever. And then you get like the reaction fire and just everything. So you just run around with pistols wrecking everybody. Or,
I got those.
Yeah, or you just get them up in a tower and they're just like, nah, shoot everybody.
Hell yeah, dude.
So I don't know.
See, I like snipers in the first place. Like I usually try to get at least 2 snipers in my party.
I do like the like tanks of this one, because they're grenadiers.
Okay.
So
yeah.
So they get a grenade launcher that always has
I am
like a
awful.
grenade in it or whatever. But you can
melee them. Can you melee? Yeah,
you can. But like you can get them upgraded where like whatever grenade you have in the grenades only slot, you get an extra use of.
Oh hell yeah.
And you can just research experimental grenades with Illyrium cores, and they're pretty cool. And then Rangers are nice. Just trying to melee everybody.
Hey, I got a kill streak bonus out of that melee.
Rangers are nice because they you can upgrade them to stay concealed even when everybody else gets detected. So you can get like surprises on people. But they have a shotgun and a sword, and like their sword attack is, they can double move and hit people with their sword. Okay. So as long as someone's in range of them, they can hit them. So you can just upgrade them to get like ridiculous damage on. But then if anything else is around them, you just hit them, and then your guy's standing in the open.
Hell yeah. Well, I mean, you gotta make sacrifices.
Yeah. So I mean, you can kind of get it set up where like you end up behind cover, but
right,
most of the time you're just gonna be standing there.
That makes sense. For that class.
Yeah, and then the tech specialists are kind of whatever. They're like the support medics, because you can upgrade them either to do like more damage. They have like a drone that they can send out that you can upgrade to either do like damage to people, which is just a straight 2 damage no matter what.
Oh, that like a little robot.
It's like a. It looks like a normal like 4-bladed like drone, just sideways.
Like a
Yeah, and it's just sideways.
Do they have the machine gun robots from the first one? Or do you know?
Oh, the shivs.
The shivs, yeah.
If they do, I haven't found them yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Jordan said that he hasn't seen any because he was explaining something. I thought he meant that.
Yeah.
God damn.
I don't think they do because you can when you play multiplayer, you have access to all the units on both sides pretty much, and I didn't see it in there.
Okay.
Okay.
How's the multiplayer?
It's me and Kyle played a game, and I like whooped his ass because I took like the strongest unit. Because you can set it to like point value, and one of the advent units is like a gatekeeper, and it's basically just a big metal sphere that flies around, and like it just breaks cover as it goes through it. So like when we were playing like the first round, he's just like, "Oh, I heard something break." He's like, "Is that like a sectopod or whatever?" I was like, "No, don't worry about what it is." And then
Don't worry about what it is.
The next turn, it's like it just goes flying through a wall, and his like sniper's just like, "Oh," and like return fires with a pistol, but it's like just this huge thing. But that thing is so broken because it starts with like 6 points of armor, so it just reduces damage by 6. And then it's got like a laser cannon that it shoots out that does like 7 damage, and it can open up to do like psionic attacks.
Okay.
Which one of them is just a it's like a 10 square radius like psionic rift that opens up and just does like 8 damage to everything, and any humanoid it kills just gets reanimated as a psi zombie.
Okay.
And then their other thing is like a melee attack that's consume, that you just attack them and it's like 8-9 damage, and then you just heal that back. And if you kill them, they become a psi zombie.
Dude, that's awesome.
They're so broken. But like, so that thing basically wiped everything out. But
all right.
I don't know. It was pretty cool. There's a lot of like the alien classes are just super overpowered, but
well, yeah, there's a reason they won.
Yeah. Even though like you blow up their mothership at the end of the first game.
Yeah,
wow.
I didn't finish Enemy Within though, so I'm sure that.
Oh my God! Can one side just win this fucking match?
Nope.
If I'm a hero, I'm gonna lose. I'm just gonna get myself
You're
killed
Leia.
Immediately. Well, that was gonna happen anyway.
Trooper's Bane is great though.
Yeah, but I'm terrible with Leia. So, hold on. You got next. you got next round.
There's XCOM 2 is another game I would recommend for everybody to go check out.
Hell yeah.
They definitely need to update some of like the graphical stuff just for it being kind of fuckety, but it's not anything that bad. So
Drop the shield for no reason.
So what you been playing, Matt?
Yeah.
Well, I've been playing Amnesia, a little bit of that. That game, I get scared and I have to stop.
Dude, you just got to my favorite part though. The part in the cistern with the invisible monsters that you only know where they are because of their foot splashes in the water. It's awesome.
And then I've been messing around with World of Warships. It's a freemium, like World War II naval game.
I killed him though.
Like I'm playing, because you can.
Holy crap! How am I at top?
Get units from most major countries. Like the U.S. and Japan have all the classes of ships, because there's carriers, cruisers, destroyers, and battleships. Japan and America have those, but like Germany and like Russia, you can only get like carriers and destroyer or cruisers.
Cooch got you.
Fuck was that?
Destroyers.
Goddamn Cooch.
So that game's kind of fun. I'm trying to get to rank 4 so I can get a carrier, because I suck. Some matches are bad, other matches I'll kill everybody.
Well,
but like I will.
Fucking Cooch. Fucking.
I've
Cooch.
also been playing War Thunder.
Which one is War Thunder?
War Thunder is the competitor to World of Tanks and World of Planes. World of Warplanes. Because
World of Warplanes.
Because War Thunder, you can play as warplanes or tanks in the same game. That's why I like it better.
Okay.
But also the tank, damn it. The tank is really cool because depending on your tank, your armor, like if your shells actually ricochet, and when you hit, you actually see your shell penetrate and like a little like augmented reality thing.
Okay.
So like your tank doesn't have to be blown up to get killed.
Right.
Like your crew can all get killed by the shrapnel inside the tank, and it'll be like crew killed.
That's awesome.
Or like if your driver gets killed, you can't move anymore, but you can still traverse your turret.
I like that nobody like moves over.
No, they
driver's seat.
No,
It's
they're
too cramped in
they're
there.
not
They
ranked
can't
for
do that.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. That's out of their pay grade.
Well, sometimes you get paid
I've been
what you should, and sometimes you're a little bitch.
trying to play through Arma too, because I started it, but I never finished it, the campaign.
I didn't know there was a campaign to that game. I thought it was just multiplayer.
Yep, Arma 3 has a campaign too.
I remember hearing
People
that
are-
Arma was really good.
People are mad about the Arma 3 DLC.
Why?
Because, like, helicopter DLC adds 2 helicopters and, like, the ability to sling load vehicles. $15. And the Marksman...
I realized that nobody can see my face that I made.
The Marksman DLC is, adds 7 Marksman rifles, adds...
Hi, Penny.
Adds, like, ghillie suits. Adds
You talking
ghillie
to us,
suits,
guys?
And then, like, some other stuff. That's also $15.
What?
So people are all like, I've played this game since beta. This stuff should have been in, like, the normal game.
Yeah. That's ridiculous. Alright, so that's all you've been playing?
Yep.
Alright. This week I've been playing some Dark Souls 2, and, because I got Scholar of the First Sin, and I hadn't played through it yet. Ridiculous enemy placement, because they changed it all. There's a lot more Ninja Turtles, and a lot more walruses. That's all I care about,
Didn't they,
because
like,
that's as far as I've
randomize
gotten.
the enemy
They didn't
placement?
randomize
Oh.
it, no. They just changed it all.
Yeah, no, the shock blaster can't hit anything past like 30 meters.
It's a shotgun.
Oh, okay.
It is really good. It's kind of garbage on this map. It's best on Endor.
Yeah, like somewhere you can get around to people
Like
without them
I
realizing.
seriously had like 40 kills on an
Oh,
Endor
yeah.
supremacy map with
Yeah.
that.
So I played Dark Souls. I played Guns of Icarus this week with Justin, Julio, Blaine,
Did you actually
and
like find
Brayden.
people to play?
Yeah, I just
No,
listed
I meant
them.
against.
Oh yeah.
Oh, 'cause,
fucking
yeah, we-
explode right
well,
the
the
fuck
last time
next
we
to
tried
people?
playing.
I mean, we joined
Don't
3
kill 'em.
separate games. Like we finished a game, left that, joined a new game, and in each one of them we were with the snack that smiles back.
Yeah.
They were piloting a goldfish.
Snack that smiles
Yeah,
back.
no,
Goldfish.
So like not a lot of players, but I
Yeah,
found
because
some.
the last time we tried playing, there were like 40 people on
Yeah.
the North American server.
Yeah, no, it was like 67.
Yeah.
Usually there's a pretty big spike whenever they pay to have people on YouTube play it.
Yeah.
Apparently a pretty big spike is 67 people. But yeah, no, I played some of that. That was fun. What else did I play? I've been playing a little bit more Diablo, and I played Heroes. Yeah, so that was fun. I lost both matches I played.
You can vote for the South by Southwest Gaming Awards right now.
Okay. So note to people, will they be able to vote on Tuesday when this goes up?
I haven't looked at the date.
Voting might be closed. Heads up.
We have no idea.
We don't know. So yeah, that's what I've been playing. Dude, I have never watched it. The light bar on the controller goes nuts during this game.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Because like I think it goes off when you shoot, and then it goes off whenever
Anyone else shoots?
Yeah, whenever it's
or
a vibration.
breathes?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. It's like a seizure.
I love playing it in like a dark room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the other thing we do during my version of the podcast is discussion, because like I prefer that. This week's discussion is actually one that Matt Czech brought up. and he's not here this week because he's moving. So
yeah, because you said Matt, and I was like, I thought Matt Slade, and I was like
I didn't bring up anything.
No.
no, I thought you meant with moving.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like,
I'll be moving in March. March.
Yeah, I knew you were moving soon, but I was like, didn't Matt say you could host tonight?
Yeah.
And like Nick's like,
yeah,
nah,
no, in
he's
his new
moving.
place. Yeah, I'm moving him.
Yeah.
No, Matt Czech is up moving. He's I guess he's moving in with a dude he goes to school with. He's gonna be saving like $600 in rent. So
And he won't be living with
More
the
power to him.
slumlords anymore.
yeah, so good for him. But he actually emailed us about
Lord,
this, and I kind of glazed over it, and I think I got the gist of what he was saying. Yes. A tremor in the falls.
Playing some characters.
So what was I saying?
Matt's topic.
Matt Czech had a topic. What do you consider as a truly what do you consider about a game
Stunlock,
to be difficult?
bitch.
Like what aspect of a game has to be hard for you to consider the game itself a difficult game? Because like you could say Superman 64 is a difficult game,
Yeah.
not necessarily in a good way.
I don't know, because like I don't ever really think games are that difficult.
We've
yeah.
talked to you about games.
Yeah, because it's always like, it's kind of tedious, but
Well, yeah.
Hey, I got him, though. I got him.
You
I
got
killed
him. That's
the
all that
Skywalker,
matters.
too.
That's all that matters. Did I finish that last round at top?
Got him.
I
got two heroes.
I don't know if you finished.
I think I
but
did.
On your team,
I was
yeah.
on
your
say
team you were.
yeah on my team.
What was I gonna say? I think it's more like when you have to have just a ridiculous amount of precision.
Okay.
So like,
I'm sorry. What was the question?
what makes you consider
what-
video games hard?
Yeah,
difficult?
what aspect of the video game has to be difficult in order for you to consider the game difficult?
Like
Just
yeah.
like
Because like
I think-
you could say Superman 64 suck or
Just
Superman
'cause of
64 is hard,
bugs.
but that's
I-
not because
I
of any
think-
design.
I personally think Dark Souls is difficult just because it's so punishing towards the hero.
Okay, so for you it's more of a forgiveness sort of thing, whereas with Dylan it's more of a
precision
and skill.
Whereas like Super Mario or like Super Mario Maker's whatever levels where it's like if you don't do everything 100% correct, you can't finish the level.
Right.
So I mean, at that point it is kind of repetition until you get it, but that's what I consider difficult games. Or like, I mean, it's kind of not the same, but like Guitar Hero playing on whatever hardest difficulty. Just
Yeah,
precision.
that's just hard.
Yeah. So it's just the
And
precision
that's like
of it.
that's like a different type of hard from like the Dark Souls hard, where like you mess up, you're dead.
Yeah.
It's just so punishing.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I saw a thing that made me look at video games and like RPGs differently, like games like Orcs Must Die. The orc
Oh, the perspective, yeah.
The perspective. The orc views it as you're the last boss in the dungeon crawl.
Yeah.
I would like to. I think of that as a different way. I think it's more accurate to say that you are the last boss of a 40-man raid.
Yeah.
Since it's a shit ton of orcs, so it's not really a dungeon crawl.
Yeah.
Dude, kill that droid!
Like that droid.
You got killed by an R5D4.
How does it kill me?
They've got like little blasters on them. They're super strong. It's like the same
Yeah.
as the Viper drones.
Yeah.
Droids.
You want to take him out from
Really?
a distance. You know that thing sucks. Don't use it.
No, I shot a missile at him, and instead of like hitting him, it's like right past his head. I'm like, really?
Maybe you should have better aim, Matt. Maybe you should be more precise.
Yeah.
I killed 2 heroes last round.
Kill this round.
I mean, all I gotta say is that you may have killed 2 last round, but they won the last round.
So I don't know how.
Because you didn't kill the third.
So, for me, difficulty in games comes from precision, like Dylan said. I do think it definitely adds to it if a game doesn't let you fuck up. You know what I mean? Like, with Dark Souls, yeah, you fuck up. And then you fuck up a second time, you're gonna be there for a while. Because you gotta build up everything that you had back on you.
I can see the precision thing being put into realistic military games like Arma.
Right.
And, because you stick with your squad.
Dude,
You don't
spank your child.
You don't.
He needs discipline.
L2. Oh well, you got him. Because yeah, if you block lightsabers, that's how it starts the
I thought it was heavy attack.
Off.
No, heavy attack breaks a block.
Oh, me and Matt did a thing where we heavy attacked at each other and it started
it
one.
starts a lightsaber.
Yeah,
thing.
I would say I think if you get each other at the exact same time.
I think it's just like a mirroring.
But
thing.
I know like if you hit the block right as they attack you, I think it starts it.
Okay.
But if you block them, you can parry real fast.
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
But
see you later, Palpatine. You don't need me.
Yeah, I could see that. Now, Matt had one version of this question that I'll get to in a minute.
Somehow.
This is my version of the question. What would you consider to be the most difficult game that you have played, and why?
Most difficult game I've ever played.
know.
Was that words?
I'll do that to Jess and she'll be like, "Was that English?" No.
Yeah, that's
wasn't.
a tough one. Because honestly, like,
Because I've played so many
Yeah.
games.
because I've played like even like a lot of like NES and Super Nintendo games that it's just like they were difficult just to increase the longevity of them. I'd say probably one of the hardest that I played that I was just like, nah, I don't want to deal with this. Is probably like Super Meat Boy or
Okay.
games like that.
Really?
Where it's just like because I didn't want to devote enough time remembering where to go everything.
Right.
And it's not that it's like super difficult to beat the game. It's to get 100% to 100% of the game. Which
I've beaten the game.
Yeah.
I haven't
Kerbal
gotten
Space
100%
Program. There we go.
Kerbal Space Program is your most difficult game?
Yes. I can't
I can see
fucking
that.
land on the moon without that autopilot shit.
But what makes it difficult?
That it has realistic space physics.
Okay.
And I get to orbit, but if my inclination isn't right, I can't sustain the orbit. Or if I don't have enough fuel left to circularize it completely, I go back into orbit. Or
Right.
if you don't plan your ship correctly, you can't land on that planet because you overshot.
Right. Okay. So in this case, it's for you. It's more realism
Yeah.
that makes it difficult.
That's the same thing with Arma. Since it is very real, you get wounded, you gotta have your medic come over. You don't just auto heal like Call of Duty.
That's
and
why
stuff.
I liked Verdun when we were playing
Oh
that
yeah, yeah.
That game's on my wish list.
It was pretty good.
we played it for a
bit
while.
of it. Yeah. I'd say that. I'd say probably the most difficult game that I ever played would have to be one of the Super Ghouls and Ghosts, one of the Ghouls and Ghosts series.
That
games.
game's fucking
Yeah.
hard too. Shit.
Super Ghouls and Ghosts, I'm decent at, but it's because I've tried making an episode of that game 6 times now. So I've played through it 6 times now. So technically 12 times now. And it's just for that one specifically, I've kind of got it down. No, don't go looking at our stream and watching me play it. But I did get Ghouls and Ghosts, or it's either Ghouls and Ghosts or Ghosts and Goblins for the NES a little while back, and I tried playing that, and that is fucking, whew. That's a whole new level. I didn't realize that Super Ghouls and Ghosts was the easy one, but it is. And for me, that one's about
I like the only
not
one
so
on my
much
team here.
precision as premeditation, specifically because of the jump arcs and having to know how enemies are going to react once you've aggroed them, and be able to predict that. So it's not so much about precision as it is planning. Now, Matt's version of this question, which you two have already answered, was, what is the hardest game to you? And he doesn't mean old NES. Where's my phone? I'm gonna quote him.
And I don't mean like old NES bullshit hard.
Yeah, I think that's what he said.
Yeah.
Let me pull it up real quick. I'm just gonna pull up both emails because I probably missed an aspect to this question. Game questions. What is a hard game to you? In 2016, what game can you definitively say is hard and you have trouble beating? Not a game that has a broken mechanic, but is a game that you find that you have a difficult time with. I want to know about a game that's hard to you know, K-N-O-W, not back in your childhood, but in 2016.
I'll stick with Kerbal Space Program.
Yeah, I mean that your answers are both applicable. I'd say right now for me it's Dark Souls 2 because that's what I'm playing right now, and I am having a difficult time with it. At the point,
Really, you fucking lost, goddamn Princess
at the
Leia.
point that I'm at in gameplay time with the first one, I was probably twice as far as I am right now. Which it says something. I mean, part of that is because I haven't played a Dark Souls game. Like, I don't really count Bloodborne because it's a different play style. Mm-hmm. But like, I haven't played like in either Dark Souls or Dark Souls 2 since about a month and a half before Bloodborne came out. So about a year. And you just kind of get rusty with that specific type of game when you haven't been playing it. So that'd have to be my answer for that one.
Yeah, I guess my other one for games that I just can't beat, mainly because I don't want to devote that much time. Fucking Dragon Age Inquisition.
Yeah,
because I've put 60 hours into it and I'm like 10% done.
Yeah, I get that.
And
that's where I'm at with Witcher right now.
Yeah, and that's another game that I don't necessarily consider difficult, but it's kind of being tedious.
Yeah,
where there's just so much to do that it's like, we've kind of talked about this before, but like that's why I prefer like Fallout to like Dragon Age, where
you have to go find the shit to do, as opposed to Dragon Age, where it's like, hey, here's a list of shit for you to do.
Even if
do it all.
Even if it's more than what, even if Fallout had more than Dragon Age, I still don't feel like I have as much to do with that.
Yeah.
So it's not as big of a task to sit down and play it.
I agree with that.
Yeah, where it's like Dragon Age, I sit down and it's like, well, I do kind of want to just play this for like an hour, but I don't feel like I did anything because I did one of 50 objectives on this map.
Right. Yeah, no, that's what I don't like about Witcher is like when you load in, dude, pass it off to Dylan. It's his turn. You switched maps. When I get on there and I open up my map, I see all the gold stars everywhere saying, hey, there's shit you can go do here.
Yeah.
And the difficult thing is because I'm playing on the highest difficulty, I have to go do those in order to be able to actually do the story missions because I'm not high enough level.
Really?
Dude,
they probably
were
probably AFK. Oh, Bob is coming for you.
It's a Boba Fett.
Came for your booty.
So having brought up Witcher, it brings me to the thought I've had. Not too many years ago, probably like 2012, 2013. My friend Julio introduced me to the thought because like generally when I played games, I play them on easy or medium. He did bring to me the idea that, and it's something he does and something I do now. When I get a new game, I will start in the highest difficulty. It generally increases the playtime that I have with it. While it does tend to be a little bit more frustrating, it definitely gives me more of that enjoyment when I do accomplish something new in it, and it extends the playtime considerably. Is that how do you guys feel about that?
I do that with a lot of games, unless I just want to like sit there and relax doing something. So most of the time I will boot it up on the hardest or like second to hardest difficulty.
I'll usually do second hardest. Like if there's 4, I'll do 3.
Right.
Yeah, because like
otherwise I'll just do like normal or medium.
Yeah, I usually do it, and then if it requires like more than like 2 or 3 tries on stuff, then I'll usually just drop it down unless I'm like, all right, I really want to play this game on this.
Yeah, no, Fire Emblem Awakening was the one that made me adopt the, all right, if I've been playing for like 5 hours in game and I still can't beat this thing, I'm dropping it down to difficulty. Because I started Fire Emblem Awakening on, I think it's insane difficulty, and I started it with the classic, when somebody dies, they are dead, period. And I just kept restarting because I kept losing most people in like the second fight, and it just wasn't worth it. So I had to go down to hard. I generally like it because, like I said, it extends the playtime, and I do feel a lot more accomplished once I've actually beaten something.
Fuck you, Vader.
It makes it less that finishing the game is going to be an inevitability, and more of like it's actually I did it, I finished it. Mm-hmm. It's not just like I sat around and pressed things until I was done. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I had to actually try, and that's nice. I feel.
Like, I think Arma 3, when I started playing that, I started at medium difficulty. Or it was the third, level 3. And I had to drop it down a level, because I got off the first island, and your boat crashes, because the helicopter attacks you. And you wake up, and you're all like, hey, meet us at this hilltop, where we can give you gear. But all you have is a pistol, and you have to go through this town with all these enemies in it, and a helicopter, and if helicopter sees you, he, like, drops a squad of enemies, like, right in front of you. So I'm, like, running with my pistol, like, oh crap, nobody sees me, hopefully. And then, like, you get seen every time, I'm like, ah!
Kyle and I were playing Sniper Elite 3 on realistic mode, and, like, pretty much every mission would end up, like... Your pistol is the best weapon, which is stupid, because you can sneak up on people and it's like silenced.
Right.
But like
I
your
played
sniper,
V2, but I never played
V2 is fun. But like your sniper, you have to wait for like something to like distract people.
Heavy attack.
So it's just kind of irritating. Fuck you, Palpatine.
What just happened?
Somebody defeated him. He like flew off into the distance.
I think he started his charge and got killed right after he started it. So it flew off, and then it just brought his body back to where he died.
Yeah. But anyways,
weird.
Yeah, no, Sniper Elite 3.
Is that the one that's in North Africa?
Yeah.
Okay.
We were playing on realistic, and it's like every time we would end up getting detected, and then like running around, and it would just turn into like a straight up shooter of us trying to not die. And eventually, like, one of us would die, and then you can go pick up the other person. So, like, you start crawling, and the other person would come pick us up. So it's like, we weren't really, like, sneaky snipers, but we kept getting missions, or, like, achievements for, like, flawless entry, or, like, different shit like that. And it's like, we messed up so bad.
There's no reason I should be getting this.
We want already.
I do like the X-ray. Damn. The X-ray shots of Sniper Elite.
Yeah, that's always fun. The Nazi zombie.
I haven't.
When you shoot someone, depending on like where your shot is placed,
it's bonus EXP.
It goes to like X-ray mode, so like it'll show like your bullet like puncturing his lung.
That's awesome.
You can
going
get
through his eyeball.
In Sniper Elite 3.
You can also pop their balls.
Yeah. You see their testicles. Like we had one where we were like counter sniping somebody, and you just see the bullet like graze just past. We're like, no, god damn it, so close.
Okay, so is there any genre that you find most difficult specifically? And what about it? Not necessarily like storyline genre, but
probably like
genre.
I would say probably more horror games, or games that are made to be like
horror,
even with like Dark Souls, where they're meant to be more of like action horror. I feel like they're always more difficult just because they are more punishing, or like if you do mess something up, you're gonna be found and probably die and have to restart this area or whatever.
Right.
So even like, I mean,
they're just unforgiving in general.
Like, like Alien Isolation, even though that you can kind of just make the AI your bitch by just bolting through everything, but like
But then you're playing like Aaron.
Yeah.
Nobody likes
but I mean,
people
like,
playing
or like
Aaron.
games like Outlast, where it's like, even if it's not necessarily the most difficult, you're
Right.
like, you're tense playing it,
Yeah.
so you're gonna mess up more, and yeah. So
Okay.
I think horror is probably the most
I could
difficult
say
games,
horror,
even
but
if
I would
like,
also go with like the realism genre.
yeah,
Right.
some shooters.
Some shooters, like
Operation
KSP,
Flashpoint.
Operation Flashpoint. Jesus Christ.
It's so fucking hard. The bullet drop and
the bullet
the
drop,
sway
yes.
is ridiculous.
Is that?
Well, because it's realistic, and most of the maps, like, you're shooting at a guy, you know,
Who's probably 1,200 meters
yeah.
away.
Ooh.
yeah, and so you're like, all right, aim, you know, 50.
Ooh, my connection
50
is
meters
not good.
above his head, and then it's like, oh, wind's coming in at 4 miles per hour from the east, so you gotta like adjust a couple degrees.
But like
Ooh.
the thing with Arma is like you'll be running, you won't even see anyone. You'll just hear that snap of that bullet going past you, and you're like, now where am I getting shot from? And you don't know until so you gotta take cover behind a rock and just see like bullets kind of ticket.
yeah,
And it's like, do I pop up and try and see where he is and he might shoot me, or do
you
I
defeated
just
Slave
like,
One.
do I just like kind of like wait for my squad to hit him? But then your squad can get wounded too, and you gotta go heal him.
Okay.
But KSP too. I can't land on planets for shit. So
So
like you could
So
also
our
you could also go the other
kind
way.
of consensus is I hesitate to say horror because it's not really like a gameplay genre. You know what I mean?
Well, I just
Like
it's
I meant
just
like
games
I meant
that
like
are themed-
RTS or like first person
yeah.
shooters.
But I mean games that are themed, that have that theme.
no,
yeah.
I know what you mean.
But like you
But
could
the
also,
question was specifically not gameplay genre.
you could also go the other way and say like Microsoft Flight Simulator. The realism in that game's hard.
Right.
You could say like the Forza style of racing is hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'd say without like the themes, I honestly don't think any specific genre is hard. Because they're so broad too.
Like not necessarily like with what you were saying, I would say stealth games.
But
It
not even
depends on the
necessarily.
stealth.
Well, like
games, too.
games where stealth is paramount.
Not
Like
even
you are
necessarily,
discovered
like-
and you are dead. Because that's basically what you described. Was games where you fuck
yeah.
up slightly
Yeah.
and
But,
But
that's
then-
not even
but then-
that is not even most stealth games.
But then you have an easy stealth game like Assassin's Creed or like
I don't
Splinter
consider
Cell.
Assassin's Creed a stealth game.
What about Splinter Cell?
Sticks.
I'd say Splinter Cell's
Sticks
Splinter
Master
Cell.
of Shadows.
But Splinter Cell comes with the difficulty situation.
That's true.
That I was
What
talking about.
difficulty you
Like
play
if
it
you're
on.
playing on the highest difficulty,
Yeah.
then yeah, you
Then-
get.
then yeah,
if you're
you're
seen,
dead.
you're dead. It going back to just Metal Gear Solid 2, and since then on the highest difficulties, if people think you're there, it ends your mission.
Oh yeah, I remember now.
Yeah,
What do you guys?
which
think?
especially sucks because on the highest difficulty you also don't have any radar. Have I died?
No, not yet.
I'm not even paying attention.
Going back to a news segment real fast. What do you guys think of no new Assassin's Creed for 2016?
I'm okay with
Maybe
that.
they'll actually,
It's
like, maybe-
oversaturated.
Maybe they'll finish a game.
Yeah. I mean, I'd be interested in Syndicate, other than the fact that your assassination targets are fictional people. And like
Like,
that was a
that's-
staple of the series.
stupid.
I do understand why they did it though.
I
don't.
understand it,
Oh,
but
I
like
don't.
it's because like
they're
people,
it's
the
because
timeline,
their
their descendants
offspring
are still
descendants, that's what I was
alive.
looking for,
Like
yeah.
if I had a descendant,
And they didn't want to upset anybody's estate.
If I had a fucking descendant that was like a horrible person, you made a game about assassinating him, I wouldn't feel bad.
Yeah, but you're not a lot of people, and a lot of
Yeah.
people would go, "Hey, I can sue him for defamation."
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, no, I would be interested in Syndicate. Other than that fact, which I understand it, it's still obnoxious to me.
yeah.
I would be interested in it, but I'm pretty sure it's probably not a finished game. And also, I've grown tired of Assassin's Creed existing because they've oversaturated their market.
Yeah.
I'm
Because all you
going-
need is Black Flag.
Yeah, exactly. Like they did Black Flag and they did it well, and like that's really the last one that I need.
Like I'm growing tired of... I know why companies do it. But the season passes of DLC...
Yeah.
I hate when they're announced with, like, the game pre-order.
Like Fallout 4.
Are we going to talk about Evolve again? Are we about to talk about Evolve again?
I enjoy Evolve, though.
I haven't played that game, so...
It's a fun game.
When Evolve was announced... I don't think you've been on a podcast where we've talked about this. When Evolve was announced, they didn't release any gameplay images, any gameplay video, or anything.
I remember we talking about this.
But they did announce every piece of DLC that will be out for it. Every piece of paid DLC that you can get for it. I'm just gonna shoot at the slave one.
I understand.
Since we're about to win anyway.
I understand if your DLC is months down the road and you just want people to pre-order it, but at least give...
Dude, I did the worst.
Do you actually
I got one actual kill in that entire match.
Nice.
Do you actually get a discount for buying season passes, or just more...
It depends on the publisher.
It's usually like $5.
And it depends on the publisher, because a lot of them, it's just the same amount. You just get to buy them all at once, and
like,
that's less of a hassle.
stupid. Like,
Sometimes
if you want me
they
to
do give you like a day early access.
Give me...
but like, I don't...
Most of the time it's like 3 $15 DLCs, and you can buy the season pass for $40.
Right.
But
if I am trusting you that this DLC is going to be worth my $30 that I'm going to put into this season pass, I should get a significant...
Battlefront, $50.
I mean, I bought the DLC for the Division already because I just pre-ordered the Gold Edition.
Well, yeah.
I should get a significant discount. Like $10-15.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that.
And then after the game releases, stop selling the season pass.
You know what I appreciate? Have either of you heard anything about
DLC.
Fallout 4 DLC yet?
I heard March 2016, that's about it.
But have you heard any details about it?
Nope.
No, because they fucking, like, they keep it in.
Yeah.
Hey, we're gonna make DLC. You know we're gonna make DLC, but you know what? We're not gonna be like, hey, this is all the things that we didn't do.
Check out Horse
because
Armor.
they did all of their actual things.
Like,
Deathclaws are gonna be rideable, and there's gonna be Deathclaw armor.
Dude, I'd be fine with that. That's just a PC mod. That's all that is.
What's that one?
Turning Point. That's the Battle of Jakku.
Oh.
Yeah. We're actually just about out of time. So.
Yeah. But like, Day 1 DLC, fucking put it in the game.
Oh yeah, no, there's no reason for it. And I
get
DLC, which I don't really consider DLC, when it's like, hey, have this gun skin that doesn't affect anything for pre-ordering from us. Like, pre-order bonuses like that, they bug me a little bit, because, like,
that's what the
maybe I want that skin. But I don't want to buy this from Target.
That's why you just pre-order it everywhere, and then you just bump your pre-orders around every time a new game comes out.
You could just pre-order all of them, put the codes in from all of them, and then return all but one.
I mean, or you could just keep the $5 at the store and move it around.
No. How are you gonna get the... Oh, because it comes on the receipt. That's right.
Yeah. And usually
for most of them.
And usually pre-order bonus, you don't get it back. You can just use it as like in-store credit.
Well, yeah, no, I get that. I had forgotten that at least GameStop prints it on the receipt.
Yeah,
for
so
the
does
pre-order
Walmart and
bonuses.
Target.
I don't know.
So
I normally just
anyways.
pre-order from GameStop.
This is still on the gaming front, but it's more tabletop. I found out why Drive-Thru RPG doesn't sell Star Wars role-playing game, the Wizards version.
Yeah, because it's licensed.
Because it's licensed.
They don't want it to have to jump around.
I asked them about it, and they're all like, because Fantasy Flight has it, Wizards can't sell their version anymore.
Yeah.
That's why it's out of print, and that's why everyone should just use OGL like Josh says.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I like about GURPS. You can just make Star Wars in it. Fuck it.
I've wanted to pick up some GURPS stuff. Like, I wanted to get the...
I have the PDFs for all of the 3 and 4 ebooks.
Like, because there was the... Because I, like, when we first started playing Twilight...
Legally, of course. Anyway.
When we first started playing Twilight, I was looking at, like... Because people were like, oh, you can put it in GURPS too. But you just need the modern book that has, like, the tanks in it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah, no, Justin has a whole lot of it. and he's kind of being me right now and being like, no, we'll play GURPS soon, and then just not doing it.
I don't want to learn spaceship combat.
It's not even that anymore. I just don't want to play Star Wars anymore. Like I said, Matt should do Star Wars. He's better than I am. Anyway, so that's the podcast this week.
People, if you wanna, like, think of role playing stuff. If you ever play tabletop, just drive a forklift around. It's so mindless that your brain just thinks.
Forklift around.
Just
get
thinks
a forklift,
of things.
drive it through your neighbor's house.
I feel like people who instruct forklift training classes for a living are just like, no, it's not mindless. My job matters.
Like I'll be like doing work all day, and then I'll go home, get in my car, pull out my note thing on my like phone, and be like, "Ooh, I came up with all these good ideas today."
Nice. I think I'm gonna have Aaron title this one "Forklifts Are Mindless." All right. Well, that's the episode for this week.
Because minded drivers drive them.
There you go. NIBScast is a production of NIBSmedia. If you would like to subscribe to NIBSmedia on YouTube, we would appreciate that. If you would like to come like us on Facebook, we would also appreciate that. You can keep up to date with us there. And like this video and comment on it, and maybe send it to other people.
Send it to other people. Send us an email.
Yeah, send us an email. Where?
NIBScast@gmail.com.
Where was that?
NIBScast.
But where was it?
At gmail.com.
But Dylan, where was it? But where was it, Dylan?
It said
And then-
NIBScast@gmail.com.
There you go. You could be like iPod Taco and send us questions.
This year we got...
I can't guarantee that we're going to actually have discussion topics when I'm not hosting the podcast, but
Extra Life.
we'll see.
2016 is this year. That's coming up in November, so we'll keep
way off in November.
Only 9 months away.
Yeah. Hey,
Hey,
we got to get them interested now.
Yeah,
You got to hook them when they're young.
No, we
like
gotta get
cigarettes.
Because
we got to get them. We got to get them if they're banging for Valentine's Day. Having a baby 9 months from now, they can celebrate their baby with Extra Life.
Yeah.
Because we can
While you're in the hospital, just be like, hey, do you guys get Twitch? We're probably going to do it on YouTube. Hey, do you guys get YouTube on these TVs?
Ooh,
Can you put that on there?
Speaking of YouTube, I figured out the card function.
What card function?
When you're streaming, you can have cards pop up. So like when I was gonna stream, I have the NIBScast playlist pop up. So like I'm like, hey, this is our.
Like the cards at the bottom.
They're on the side of the screen. Like they can.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. No.
And like you can also have like a poll. Like all live viewers, you can also have donate to this nonprofit type thing too.
Hell yeah.
So
I'm down with it. All right. Well, I'm Nicky XIII.
I'm Sladay.
Sladay. We've got Sladay and Sunbro. I've paved the way for people to go by stupid nicknames they made for themselves. I mean, sorry, Matt. I called my own stupid.
I mean, I'm Dylan.
Yeah, no, I'm paving the way. Like I
usually just walk in the street.
Schmidt had 92. I don't know when your fucking birth year is. Schmidt had 92. That's what it is. You're born in 1992 now.
Cool.
When the fuck is your birth year?
94.
God damn. I'm old.
Yeah,
all right, we'll see you next time. Except we won't see you because you don't have a camera and we aren't watching a live feed of you.
I'll see you.
Bye.
Not yet.
You missed the space bar. What is wrong with you? Move the mouse onto it and click. Just click in the window. And then it's